Tom Wheatley, Pedagogy Homes here. Hope you're having a great day. We're in Grand Lake, Colorado. Make a little video. There's a handrail replacement project that we did just recently. Wanted to kind of show you how this came out. Hopefully give you some ideas, something you can do down the road. These handrails that we have here in Grand County are real popular, and if they're not real well cared for, they wear out pretty quick. So let me show you what our solution was. So this is typically what happens. These aren't taken care of. These rails rot out. There's a lot of weight here from the balusters pushing down. You get a little crack like this, water tends to pool and these rot out. And so if they're not cared for, these things go south pretty fast. So let me see if I can get a... And then they tend to bow a little bit, which we thought when we did our new rail, we were going to have to put a post in the middle. But I feel like because of the rigidity of this hog rail, this is a hog rail product, that's what it's called. And it's basically a 3 3/4 hole, 3 3/4 hole, and this is a number 6, or basically a 3/16. So it meets code. You can't get the 4-inch ball through here. Works out great. So I cut these tendons off. They had some toenail screws hidden around in here, so I took those out, pulled these out, and then once they were out, then I re-drilled these holes back in here 3 inches deep so that I could make the rails with one tenon 3 inches long, and on the opposite end I made one tenon 1.5 inches long. So I was able to insert this in here, get the other end in, push it back 1.5 inches, and so then I still have 1.5 inches of depth of this tenon back inside this log post. In this case, these posts run all the way through the deck where they're attached into the caissons, so that wasn't going to be an option for us to pull these posts off and start pushing these guys in like they are. But anyway, so this is hog rail. It comes in black and then a gray, kind of a powder coat. It's got a little pebble finish to it, real nice product. And then this is the hog track, and you just buy this in 8-foot sections and 6-foot sections. Real easy to cut. It's aluminum. You could do it on a miter saw with a carbide blade. I just happened to use a Sawzall at a steady hand. Worked out great. This track, you can cut this with just a small pair of bolt cutters. Cut the frame to fit, run it all the way around, screw it into place, make sure you got it where you want it, and then you cut this rail back. I think I subtracted overall 3/4 inch. So I measured from outside to outside, top to bottom, subtracted 3/4 inch, took the side and the top out, put the rail in there with the track on all 4 sides. I have what they call hog tusks back up in here, little rubber knobs to hold this in place, which helps support this. Takes the rattle out. I mean, you still get a little bit of rattle in there, but it's not bad. And then the other great thing I like about it, it's nice and rigid, so we're not going to have to worry about this thing sagging in the middle. The screen's going to give it a rigidity, doesn't weigh very much, and you can just see, how closed off this is. If you're sitting here on the upper deck, you can't see out at an angle like maybe you want to. This way, this is just nice and wide and open, no matter what angle you're at. The previous owner didn't do a really good job of taking care of this, protecting this wood. And so this is the solution that we came up with. The customer found these caps. I'm not sure, maybe I can figure out how to put that on the website, get a hold of the customer, get that on the website. It's another great way, protect the top of these logs posts so water's not getting down in here, running down through these sides and into these tenons and rotting these things out. And then I would say that my experience is by next summer, with enough sun on these rails, this pine underneath here will age and match the other deck parts really closely. So anyway, Tom Wheatley, Pedagogy Homes. Hopefully this was helpful, gave you a couple of ideas. If you got an older deck like this, some of the things that you can do, some of the products that are out there. Just got this at our local Alpine store in Granby, and I think it worked out great. Great solution. Have a wonderful day, and